Football is the ultimate team sport, but sometimes selfish decisions can change the course of a game, and not for the better. Today, we're counting down the 20 most selfish moments in NFL history, where individual actions left fans, teammates, and coaches shaking their heads. Let's get into it. 20. Deshaun Jackson's costly highlight reel attempt. Deshaun Jackson had one thing on his mind: a highlight for the ages. But instead of securing the ball and giving his team the advantage, he attempted an unnecessary, flashy move that backfired spectacularly. Jackson circles back, trying to create something magical, and he fumbles the ball. His team's possession? Gone. This moment wasn't just selfish, it was costly. Number 19. Antonio Brown quits in the middle of a game. Antonio Brown's antics have made headlines, but nothing compares to the day he literally walked away from his team mid-game. Removing his gear, tossing it into the crowd, and jogging off the field, Brown made it clear he wasn't putting the team first. A bee just left the Bucs hanging. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. 18. DJ Moore's helmet cost the Panthers. The game, sometimes, emotions get the better of players. After catching a miraculous touchdown, DJ Moore removed his helmet in celebration, earning a penalty that moved the game-winning extra point attempt back 15 yards and resulted in a miss. Moore's celebration turned triumph into heartbreak. His teammates couldn't hide their frustration. 17. Jalen Ramsey fights his own teammate. Tempers flared on the Rams' sideline as Jalen Ramsey took out his frustrations on teammate Taylor Rapp during a game. The situation escalated to the point of punches being thrown. The Rams were already struggling, and then Ramsey decided to take matters into his own fists against his own teammate. 16. Kirk Cousins passes the pain to his running back. Facing a relentless pass rush, Kirk Cousins had two choices: take the sack himself or throw the ball to his running back to bear the brunt of the hit. Twice, Cousins opted for the selfish route, leaving Rob Kelly to absorb the punishment. Cousins could have gone down, but no, he let Kelly take the hits instead. 15. Tyreek Hill throws his team under the bus. After a rough season with the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill vented his frustrations in the locker room. Rather than taking accountability, he blamed the organization for the team's failures. "I just gotta do what's best for me," Hill said, moments after a crushing, season-ending loss. His timing couldn't have been worse. 14. Vernon Davis steals his teammate's moment. Vernon Davis wasn't the intended target, but that didn't stop him from swooping in and stealing the ball from his own teammate. The result? A broken play and a frustrated offense. McDonald was wide open, but Davis had to be the hero. 13. Robbie Anderson argues his way off the field. Frustrations boiled over for Robbie Anderson, but instead of focusing on the game, he directed his anger toward his own coach. The argument grew so heated that Anderson was sent to the locker room. Anderson's tantrum didn't just hurt his reputation, it derailed the team's focus entirely. 12. Lamar Jackson keeps it all for himself. Lamar Jackson had an open receiver, but instead of making the smart play, he opted to keep the ball and run it himself. The selfish decision left fans questioning his priorities. Jackson's decision to keep the ball looked good on paper, but not for the open man in the end zone. 11. Joseph Ossai's late hit ends Bengals Super Bowl. In one of the most heartbreaking moments of the 2023 AFC Championship game, Joseph Ossai's late hit on Patrick Mahomes gave the Chiefs the field position they needed to seal the game and end the Bengals' Super Bowl dreams. Ossai's lapse in judgment cost Cincinnati everything. A moment he'll never forget, and not in a good way. 10. Ben Roethlisberger's target is stolen. Mike Wallace wasn't even supposed to get the ball, but when he saw an opportunity, he grabbed it, literally. Roethlisberger wasn't looking his way, but Wallace's selfish move paid off, barely, as he scored a touchdown. Wallace got away with one, but not every selfish moment ends in celebration. 9. Randy Moss walks off the field. Early, Randy Moss made a career of jaw-dropping plays, but one infamous moment stands out. Frustrated with his team's performance, Moss left the field before the game was over, leaving his teammates behind. Moss had the talent, but moments like these left fans questioning his commitment. 8. Deshaun Jackson's premature celebration. Known for his speed and flair, Jackson once celebrated a touchdown a little too early, dropping the ball before crossing the goal line. Jackson's showboating turned what should have been 6 points into an embarrassing mistake. 7. A QB sneak goes wrong. In a desperate attempt to pad his own stats, a quarterback ignored his team's call and went for a sneak, only to fumble and lose possession. Sometimes selfishness doesn't just fail, it backfires spectacularly. 6. Odell Beckham Jr.'s sideline explosion. OBJ is no stranger to dramatic moments, but his sideline tantrum during a pivotal game became one of his most infamous. Kicking equipment and yelling at teammates, Beckham's outburst overshadowed the game itself. OBJ's passion often fueled his greatness, but this time it fueled chaos. 5. A running back refuses to block. In a shocking display of selfishness, a running back outright refused to block during a crucial play, leaving his quarterback vulnerable to a massive hit. Blocking may not be glamorous, but refusing to do it? That's unforgivable. Number 4. Cam Newton's Super Bowl business decision. In Super Bowl 50, Cam Newton made one of the most scrutinized plays of his career. Late in the game after fumbling the ball, Newton appeared to hesitate and pull back, rather than dive into the scrum to recover it. Cam's hesitation drew criticism, with fans questioning if he prioritized his health over the team's shot at glory. 3. T.O.'s Dallas Star celebration. Terrell Owens is no stranger to controversy, but his infamous celebration on the Dallas Cowboys midfield star pushed things too far. After scoring against the Cowboys, Owens sprinted to the center of the field to taunt them by celebrating on their logo, not once, but twice. The move sparked a near brawl and solidified T.O.'s reputation as one of the NFL's most polarizing players. Number 2. Marshawn Lynch doesn't get the ball. The Seahawks' decision not to hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch on the goal line during Super Bowl 49 is one of the most infamous plays in NFL history. With Lynch being unstoppable all season, the call to pass instead of run sparked outrage. Lynch didn't say much, but fans and analysts saw it as a selfish coaching decision that cost Seattle the championship. 1. Bill Belichick benches Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 52, Bill Belichick made a controversial decision to bench Malcolm Butler, the hero of Super Bowl 49, for the entire game.
On the sideline, he only played in a special team snap during the Patriots' loss to the Eagles. According to Seth Wickersham's new book called It's Better to Be Feared, Butler was benched in the biggest game of the year after a heated exchange with defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. Wickersham says during practice, Patricia wasn't happy with Butler's effort and let the cornerback know about it, and that led to a blowout between the two.
Despite Butler's strong season, Belichick cited vague matchup reasons for the move. The Patriots' defense struggled without Butler, leading many to believe Belichick's decision cost New England the game.